This message is to my brother, President Ibrahim Traoré. I am your brother, General President Dr. Carlos Contreiras, the Commander-in-Chief of the United Revolutionary Patriotic Armed Force for the Salvation and Liberation of Angola, FAPRUSA. My brother Ibrahim Traoré, please don't give up. I'm so sad to see the dictator corrupt this terrorist, João Lourenço, and his members of his government, this corrupted criminals, dictator and terrorist government in your office, in your cabinet. You know, brother Traoré, we African nations, we are suffering, not because Africa is poor. It's because our brothers, these terrorists, like Mr. João Lourenço, they are the shame of Africa. João Lourenço is a criminal, he's a terrorist, he's a criminal, he's a corrupt, and his government is also a criminal, gangs and terrorists and brutal criminals. We cannot deal with those that impeding this freedom of speech, impeding democracy, that and plunder entire nation. You know, they are asphyxiate, they killing, they torture. No, they kill millions of Angolans. More than 30 million people in Angola is suffering, painful, no food, no water. Angry, in misery, extreme poverty, because of these dictators, because of this corrupt, because of these gangs, because of this regime, of terrorists. Brother Ibrahim Traoré, we fight to liberate Africa, like you, the same way you fight to take the terrorists and the corrupt and the criminals in Burkina Faso. By the power of the people that trust you, and we trust you. It's the same way we fight in Angola to take the criminals, gangs, and terrorists, and this regime of corrupt regime in Angola. When I see you sit down in your cabinet with these people, with these terrorists, with these criminals, with these gangs, with these brutal, violent, terrorists, corrupt regime, I feel very sad, brother Traoré. We trust you. Don't give up. This man, João Lourenço, remember, he is the president of the African Union, and he did not recognize you. And he said that you are a terrorist, and you said you have no legitimacy, and you said you are illegal. How come now you shake hands with the Mr. Dictator, corrupted, the criminal and terrorist João Lourenço and his terrorist regime? No, brother Ibrahim Traoré. African people must be united. We can have the United States of Africa, but with good people that serve Africans, that good brothers that fight for freedom, democracy, justice, and prosperity. The good people that respect the law and order. The good people that respect peace and human rights. Mr. João Lourenço is starving the Angola. He plundered the entire nation. Robbery, criminality, impunity. All is in Angola by the regime, the totalitarian regime. He imposed the neo-colonialism, he imposed the fascism, he imposed the slavery, the neo-slavery. They make our people suffer with the painful. Millions of kids die, children is dying on roads, on streets, because there is no bread and no water to drink. no food. Why? When Africa is the most rich continent in the world. It's time to stop this barbarity. It's time to stop these criminals and these terrorists and this corrupt regime in Africa. Let's stand together, brother Ibrahim Traoré. Please don't shake your hands. Don't give up. You don't need Mr. Joao Lourenço. He's a terrorist. We don't need terrorists. We don't need criminals. We don't need corrupts. Joao Lourenço is a dead man because he kills more than 35 million people with angry, misery and poverty. I am with you, brother Ibrahim Traoré. But please, let's stand together, work together for free African, unite African, but with the people that love our ancestors, that love Africans, that want to see a new Africa that belongs to our identity. We are Africans. African unite. Thank you, brother Ibrahim Traoré. Don't shake your hands to the criminals and corrupts and terrorists. Angolan government is a terrorist and the most violent and brutal regime in Africa. It's time to stop them. Thank you, General Contreiras. God bless you, brother Ibrahim Traoré, your family, and the Burkina Faso people. Also, God bless our brother President Chani and President Goita. God bless Niger people and God bless Malian people. God bless Africa. We are together.
The irreversible crackdown on every form of leadership that does not serve Africa has begun. I want us to understand this is comprehensive. It is intentional, and there is nothing that can stop this movement in Africa. A generation that will rise to take over Africa is awakened. Now, I want you to understand that the greatest wickedness in Africa is not the leadership. It's not the wrong leadership. But the greatest wickedness in the continent of Africa are righteous voices that refuses to speak up. Righteous pulpit that fold their hands because of financial gain, because of affiliation, because of connection. And more wicked are the people that have the potential to take what belongs to them, to stand together as one, to mass forward, to take what belongs to them. But because of fear, because they so much love their life so much more than they love their continent and their country, who refuses to fight, they are the more or the most wicked people or the most wicked generation. Those who refuse to take the information at their disposal, to act upon them, stand together, unite in force to push back and to take what belongs to them. Time has come for Africa's sons and daughters, home and abroad, to rise to power, to rise with intentionality, not with just noise. And for every leader seated there to make sure that Africans are oppressed home and abroad, your time is over. Your time is over. The time for your consistent wickedness has expired. You're going to be removed one way or the other. The people are tired. The people are fed up. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We're coming. We're no longer going to sit in our gated communities, sit abroad, or sit in high places where we don't raise the grassroots, touch or impart the grassroots. It is time for all the politicians with no mission to bless Africa, with no agenda, no plan, no vision to lift Africa, to take Africa to the next level, to lift the stage. The voice of the righteous can no longer be silenced in Africa. The voice of the masses can no longer be silenced in Africa. This is a movement. I'm calling on you. I'm calling on you, on your community, on your state, to rise to this occasion to make sure that this movement happens. Together, they are not bigger than us. Together, they cannot silence us. It is time to take Africa to the new level. We will only promote any leader, talk about any leader, support any leader that has the vision to take Africa to the next level. Not any leader selling off our raw materials, signing agreement that is of no benefit and of no use to the human in Africa, home and abroad. Not any leader that want to push people out of their own continent. Not any leader that take the life of Africans for granted. Not any leader that refuses to honor the lives of Africans living in Africa and living abroad. It is time. It's either you value the lives of Africans and begin to plan the way to secure lives and properties and the land and have a vision to actually nurture the land, or you're going to be pushed out of the stage. And for those old folks who thinks that politics is their family business and they will never get out of it, your time is also up. Doesn't matter how big you are, your money will expire, your power will expire, your influence will expire. This is a new generation, and we're not going to stop at anything until those who are infiltrating, destroying Africa are eliminated and taken out. It's either you align with the new vision to raise Africa, or we push you out of the stage. There is no option. If you love Africa, you want Africa to go to the next dimension, hit that plus button. If you want Africa human capacity development, if you want to join the movement, hit that plus button. Leave me a comment in the comment section, and of course, save this video. Save this video. Save this video. Enough is enough. Save this video and share it. Share it and share it until it gets to whoever cares to listen, because their time is up.
Breaking news, France has said they do not care about West Africa's security. They have said they are not going to support West Africa in any way. Military, economically, they do not care about West Africa unless they let them go back in and start mining up the gold and the other resources like the way they used to. This is after constant attacks have been happening in West Africa. Terrorist groups are growing and they are getting more fundings. So right now, West Africa needs all the help they can get. France has said we are not going to help them even a little bit. This is after, remember, France bombed Libya. They supported corrupt regimes that have destabilized West Africa, and now they just walk away after all the mess they have created in West Africa. People are saying, fine, leave. No one asked you to come to West Africa in the first place. While other people are saying, no, you must come and help West Africa because you still have their resources. You have the 4th largest gold reserve in the world. And all that gold came from West Africa. So the least you can do is help West Africa with its security. But what do you think? Do you think that West Africa should allow France to come back in and help stabilize and take down those terrorists? Or do you think West Africa can handle this on their own? Let me know what you think about this in the comments.
Europe time is over. Guys, European leaders are begging China for bilateral cooperation deal. So, European leaders invited the president of China, Jinping, over to Europe for them to discuss bilateral cooperation deal like they used to do before. But guess what? Chinese president said no. Now, European leaders said, since you don't want to come, we will come. They went to China to beg for bilateral cooperation deal. They told Chinese leaders, please, we want to repay every damages that we did against China, including Africa and China. They are begging for bilateral cooperation deal. Guys, Europe time is over. Listen to this.
Europe's time is over. It's been over for a while now, but this week made it clear their top leadership is in Beijing today. Normally, they would say China is hosting them, but that's not the right word. European leaders were effectively summoned to Beijing. For what? A summit between the EU and China. This meeting was supposed to happen in Brussels, that too back in the month of April, but Xi Jinping refused to go. So the European leaders had to visit Beijing instead. That's a typical Chinese power move. Gain an upper hand even before the talks. I'm sure the Europeans were not thrilled because they cut short the trip. The talks were supposed to span 2 days. Now it's a one-day affair. The EU leaders met Xi Jinping and Premier Li. They mainly talked about 2 issues, trade and Ukraine. The EU president said the relationship had reached an inflection point and that a rebalance was necessary.
We have reached an inflection point. Rebalancing our bilateral relation is essential. Because to be sustainable, the relations need to be mutually beneficial. We know that our trade relationship today needs more balance. Rebalancing is a necessity, and it is also in the interest of a stronger relationship between us.
What does she mean by rebalance? Well, look at these numbers. EU exports to China amount to $250 billion, $250 billion, EU to China. And EU imports from China, more than $600 billion. So the EU has a massive trade deficit with China. It's worth around $350 billion. And that's what Brussels wants to balance. China has long used state support to suppress prices. They offer billions in subsidies and tax cuts. As a result, Chinese goods are cheaper. Consider the example of Chinese EVs. European markets are flooded with them. Their homegrown EVs, European EVs, simply cannot keep up, which is why Brussels wants to rebalance. But will Xi Jinping agree? As expected, he gave no commitment.
Faced with accelerating global transformation not seen in a...
Guys, you can see, as I'm telling you, Europe, their time is over. They are begging everybody, every continent, please, every country, please, please, please. We want to repay the damages we did against you guys, including here in Africa, in China, in Russia. They are begging all these sanctions against Russia. Europe, they are still buying oil from Russia. Russia used to sell oil to India. Now India will raise the price, sell the oil to Europe. This is what they have been doing all this while. Their economy is crashing, especially France, United Kingdom. Their economy is crashing, as I'm telling you right now. They are begging to repair everything. But guess what? It is too late for them, especially here in Africa. It's too late for them here in Africa. We have kicked them out from our continent. Guys, this is what is happening right now. What do you think? Drop your comment on the comment section. More updates are still coming. Please, I beg you, like this video. Just like, share, comment, and follow me for more videos like this. Shalom. Stay tuned.